الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. This introductory session is mainly about our program IGA, Islam and Global Affairs. I think you already attend some sessions with Professor Loy and maybe Dr. Abdel Fattah, I'm not sure. But this is going to be either a final or a semi-final session where I hope that all of you by this time, you will decide to join us. So through this session, what we will do, I will go through a presentation where you will know some knowledge about the College of Islamic Studies, the environment which you are going to continue your study, and more details about the program itself. And then Professor Luay and Dr. Abdel Fattah will elaborate more on their courses. We will talk also about the fees, the admission, the deadline, and all these details. So after that, we'll open it for you for question and answer. So please don't hesitate to ask any questions so that when you leave this room, you will be in a position to apply without any problems. We will leave for you also certain numbers of telephones and email in order to make a connection. You want to go? Okay. So this is an information, in fact, about the university and the college. You can see we have at the college. In the college, there are 6 master's degrees, as you can see. The recent one is counseling psychology, and there is Islamic finance and Islamic studies, and also Master of Arts and Contemporary Islamic Studies, then Master of Arts in Islam and Global Affairs, which is our program, then Master of Arts in Applied Islamic Ethics, and then Master of Science in Islamic Art, Architecture, and Urbanism, and then Master of Science and Islamic Finance. And finally, we have PhD, one in Islamic Studies, which is including also our program, and another one in Islamic Finance and Economy. These 6 programs are the programs that run by College of Islamic Studies. And as you know, there are other community engagement affairs here and institutions. Of course, Markaz Minaretein, very rich center for Islamic studies, beside, of course, daily prayers and Friday prayers, and there are many public conference, as you can see these days. Also, the Quranic Botanic Garden. Is anyone of you visit this Botanic Garden? No, no. Very, very interesting place. And also, I think they have a conference very soon. It's going to be. But this is the side of the college. So it is very, very articulated. This one, Maker Majlis, in its new version, Iman Amana, this is Maker Majlis itself as a platform. It's now about 5 years ago since it started. But since last year, then we have a new version of Maker Majlis. We call it Iman Amana. This is one of the program besides the class lectures, which we are running it within this program. And then, of course, we have a different program like Walk with Muhammad. This is a Sira program. Who is following this? I think these are publications from the CIS. And you can see there are publication in Arabic, publication in English, in different field of studies, in Islamic ethics, in Islamic finance, and I'm sure that you come across this during the previous sessions. Now, my name is Mustafa Osman, as you know. I'm the coordinator of the program, Islam and Global Affairs. And with me, or we are together, Professor Lu'ay Safi, who we are going to listen from him, Dr. Abdel Fattah Mohammed Saeed, who also he joined us a year ago, and you're going to listen from him also. This is a video, very short video. It will give you an overall where Professor Lu'ay is going to explain what is going on.
The College of Islamic Studies at Hamad bin Khalifa University offers a unique 2-year master's degree. The Islam and Global Affairs program at the College of Islamic Studies at Hamad bin Khalifa University offers a unique 2-year master's degree to raise global ethical leaders, social innovators, and changemakers in the Muslim world.
The program is designed to equip the students with the skills they need to analyze and critically engage local and global issues and problems, and then provide innovative solutions. We offer different modules, exciting elective courses, and strong core courses. Most importantly, the integrative lab component of the program allows the students to explore complex and interconnected global and local issues. This is done with the collaboration of local and international experts and organizations.
The Islamic Global Affairs program is a highly customizable program that provides an opportunity for students to explore the place of Islam in the context of an increasingly globalized world, and to examine the challenges facing Muslim communities throughout the world. The program also encourages students to be creative and engaged contributors in their chosen field of research. The program helps students to provide human-centered and innovative solutions that aim at enriching and empowering the Muslim world. Apply now to join our program.
This is a short introduction about the Master of Arts in Islam and Global Affairs. And as you can see, as Professor Lu'ay already explained, that this is a very highly interactive program which connect different issues of globally interest together and giving an Islamic concept. It's, the most important thing is that we give you the traditional concept or the Western concept or the UN understanding, but at the same time, we give you the Islamic concept of the issue, and then we will give you a chance also in order to compare between the Islamic concept and non-Islamic concept in order to be in a position. If you want to write a research, you can write a research which is going to be a research that help building up, whether in the field of peace, whether in the field of conflict resolution, whether in the field of equality, and so on and so that. So you will be in a better position with a skillful and analytical understanding how to write research and how to convey the message you want to convey. The course or the program here is a master program of 2 years. These 2 years of 3 semesters and 1 last semester, or 4 semester in fact. The last semester is writing a thesis. So the 3 semester plus the thesis, all of them together is 36 credit hours. In more details, we have first of all what we call it foundational courses. These foundational courses, you are going to take it in the first semester. We consider them as the basic course that it will help you, it will lead you to the coming 3 semesters. As you can see, the first one is Introduction to Islam and Global Affairs, which is 3 graded. This will give you an overall view, introduction of fundamental theories and concept of Islam and global affairs. It will present you for an outstanding evaluating development, peace building, human rights, and so on. And also, it will cover this issue comprehensively. Professor Ui used to teach this course, and I think that in his intervention he might elaborate on this. The second one is Islamic worldview. This either you will take it during the first semester, or you will take it during the second semester. And this is also used to be tackled by Professor Loai. He is going also to give you a review about it. And the third one is the research method. Research method is very important. That's why we put it as a foundation course, because you are here to do more than 60% of our duty here is research. 30% is teaching. 10% is service, or 20%. So more or less, in order to, when you will be graduated as a master student, then you have to know how to do research, how to collect data, how to do the abstract, how to review articles and books text, how to quote references, how to analyze the information, how to do comparative studies. So this is itself is a knowledge that needs skills, need understanding, and so on. That's why we put this as one of the foundational courses. You are going to have some people who are specialized in research method, but this research method is going to be with you until you do the master degree. So each course, you are going to have it. The supervisor will talk to you about research method, about how to do when you any duty that you will be asked to do presentation or so on. You have to take into consideration at the end. When you will be graduated, you have to know how to write a research and how to do thesis. Then after the core courses, I think we have what we call it foundational. Yeah, the core courses. The first one is the foundation. The second one we call it core courses. Here also you are going to have 3 courses. These 3 courses, each of them is of 3 credit hours. You can see. The one is about global inequalities. This is going to be tackled by Dr. Abdel Fattah, and I think Dr. Abdel Fattah is going to speak about it and to tell you in more details what do we mean by global inequality. Then we will come to Islam, conflict transformation and peace building. I am teaching this course. The main thing about this course is that we are going to teach you Islam and conflict resolution first from the UN concept, and then from an Islamic concept based on the Quran, Sunnah, and the Seerah of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And then also we will tackle the different conflict which is going on, the modern conflict within the recent days, and also the new actors. In the past, conflict is between either two armies or 2 people or 2 groups or 2 tribes and so on. But now conflict has become more and more complicated. more and more complicated. You need to study each conflict, and at the same time, you need to be in a position to provide solutions, because we will also cover how we tackle conflict, how we lead from conflict to peace. Before that, we will teach you how conflict escalate and go from tension to more tension, to violence, to war, how to study the root causes, how to do mediation, how to do reconciliation, how Islam put in incentive in order to help you, in order to help others to reach to reconciliation. All of this, it's a very rich subject, as you know, because conflict is everywhere now. Conflict is in Europe, conflict is in the United States, conflict in the Arab world, conflict. Unfortunately, most of the conflict are in the Islamic world. So this is a global subject, which there is a lot of research going on in that, and we are going to study it in depth, and you will be asked also to write representation, research, and so on, inshallah. The third subject, or the course, is globalization and faith-based development. From an Islamic point of view, and from religious point of view, Dr. Abdel Fattah will elaborate on how can we connect globalization, faith, and development. How can we do or build development on faith? And I'm sure that he's going to talk about this also when he will intervene. After that, the third semester, you are going to have also 3 courses. One of them is called Integrative Lab. This is a very important course. It will lead you how to solve problems. You will know it theoretically, and then practically, how are you going to participate in order to solve this problem? And example of this, how are you going to deal with certain modern problem which taking place for the time being, like empowering of women and so on. This is going to be also tackled by Dr. Abdel Fattah, who is going also to elaborate on it. And then we are going to have humanitarian action in the Muslim world. Usually I teach this course. It's very important that you should know humanitarian work, to know it from different concept and prospect. I will go through its theoretical background and also its finance, donors, challenge, relation with international humanitarian law, all of this. But at the same time, I will come across the Islamic concept of humanity, Islamic concept, zakat. And then we will study also zakat, we will study sadaqah, we will study awqaf, and then these resources, the basic from the Quran. بني الإسلام على 5 إقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة. Zakat is obligatory. The percentage of zakat, who's supposed to collect zakat, the areas of spending zakat, all of these details we will come across it, and then we will study also challenges that facing zakat, collection, distribution, and all of this, and the effect of zakat also in peace building and so on. Welcome. Then we have what we call it a special topic in Islam and global affairs. This special topic, what we are going to do now, we are going to either we'll choose for you a topic very relevant, or we'll give you an option of electives within the different program of the College of Islamic Studies. We will help you to choose a program within a course within the different programs of the Islamic college, and then you will go and register and attend it. We will consider it for you as elective course. That we will discuss it with you in more details when time comes. But you can see these three also are 3 credits, ready credit, total of 9. So now you have 27 or 27. Now we come to the final one, which is thesis. The whole spring, the 4th semester is going to be about writing thesis. From the fall, the 3rd semester, you are going to prepare your proposal. This proposal will be discussed with your supervisor, and then within a meeting committee, after being endorsed, you are going to start writing your thesis from the 3rd semester. But the full 4th semester is going to be about writing of thesis under supervision of one of your one of the staff. Up till now, we are 3. We're expecting to be 4 by next fall, inshallah. But now it is myself, Dr. Abdul Fattah, and Dr. Lo'ay. It will help you to find an answer. Why are you joining this program? Why are you joining Islam and Global Affairs? So we give you an answer. The program is a bridge the gap between Islamic value and contemporary global challenge, tailor learning and research opportunity, and then you will have prestige academic environment. As you can see, the environment here in the foundation and in HBKU University is very much academic environment, not only academic, but also helping building leadership through different ways. You have a chance in order to participate in different activities, participate in different and program, engaging in different debates and so on, which we will come to that also. Skills, you are going to develop your skills from our program, academic program, other public program, which we will come to it also. So the strategic location in Qatar, if we are going to teach you, for example, humanitarian affairs, definitely this is going to be linked with humanitarian organization, which is work here in Qatar. Qatar is known the donors regionally and internationally. We have Qatar Charity, we have Qatar Red Crescent, we have many other charity organizations here. And their experience, they are going to be part of practical teaching, which we will invite them to come here to give you, or we will take you to their headquarters to see and to present themselves what you are doing. Qatar Red Crescent also, Qatar Charity, Al Jazeera channel, all of these. When you go to Al Jazeera, our aim is to see what is the effect of media in humanitarian crisis. What is the effect of media in conflict and crisis and so on, how Al Jazeera work, you see, and the role of media in the global affairs. So the strategic location in Qatar is very much encouraged in order that you can continue your study here. So other effective activities or other activities run by the program. As I told you, the program is not only pure academic program. The program, the aim of the program is to build future leadership, that have got the skills and the ability to think how to solve problems, how to restore peace, how to lead people, how to continue postgraduate studies in a very high prestigious university and postgraduate institutes. Maker Majlis is one of them. Maker Majlis, we have several programs which will direct to answer global questions within the youth. Why youth always ask about certain things? They need what is the Islamic concept. They need to make dialogue with you. They need about inequality, about conflict, about and so on. So Maker Majlis will, within the Iman Amana, will answer many of these questions. We'll get into dialogue with the youth through platform, through public lectures, and so on. So and another one is Visionary Leaders Program. There is another program, course which run by another program, is about mothers of the book, or book mother. I think Professor Abdel Fattah, Professor Lu'ay is doing one of them. Here, there are some textbook, Islamic textbook. So many professors, each one of them is specialized in one book. He will spend a week, in one day each week, in order to make a public presentation, and this is continues through the different semesters. From our side, we said, okay, these are the textbook. We need leaders. So we arrange this program, Visionary Leaders Program, where we select on a specific criteria a leader. He could be past, he could be still alive, he could be in office, he could be retired, but it will fulfill our criteria. For example, last month we have Mandela. We choose Mandela as a visionary leader. Why? Mandela is a leader after he liberated his people. He established a democratic, multicultural state. He succeeded to transfer the society from apartheid to a peaceful society. And also he ran the transition, peaceful transition from apartheid system to a democratic system. The South African foreign minister, based on justice, as you can see this reflection on the Palestine case, where South Africa took the case of Palestine to ICC. So on the 26th of this month, we are going to have another leader within this program, which is going to be Izzat Bokovich leader. Izzat Bokovich is a leader who well known. He wrote a lot of books. He got principles. He has a vision about Islam and the West and so on. And so the former foreign minister of Bosnia, she is going to present a report or a lecture about Izzat Bokovich. We are going to have commentators from those who wrote about Izzat Bokovich. And then some ambassador will participate. Also, you are most welcome. But this is part of how we build leaders from the program. And then the Islamic Art of Debate program. You know, debate is a science which being dealt with in different parts of the world. For example, there are different types of debate. There is British parliamentary debate. There is a US presidential debate. There is Asian debate. In Malaysian university, this debate is a course itself, separate course being studied as a student in some Turkish university. But the problem is all of them, they use debate in order to win the argument, whatever use. You can see in the American election debate, sometimes the debaters, they go out of ethics and morale and so on, using lies, and they want to win the debate by any means. الغاية تبرر الوسيلة. Here, what we are introducing is, yes, it is a debate, but it's Islamic art of debate. And we have this Islamic art of debate during Islamic Renaissance. There are books about Islamic debate. So here, our debate is going to be, yes, it's a debate where people are going to argue in order to reach to the truth, but to argue based on values, based on morals, basis of seeking truth, not to win the argument by any means. So we introduce this now, at least in my courses. I think Professor Luay also is using it. Maybe Dr. Abdul Fattah also is using it. But now we are going to elaborate and to be CIS course or program. Because we start last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago, a launching lecture about art of Islamic debate. But this still, we are going to, to develop it. We will arrange a full syllabus for it. And this is one of the issues one of the activities which the program is running it outside the class. Internship program. This internship program also, we feel that from our experience, very important. So, for example, what is internship program? Internship program to send, for example, last year I sent 2 students. I sent one to attend an internship program with Jisr Institute. It's an institute which deals with peace and conflict resolution here within the university. So the student spent 1 month attending some session, even travel with them outside to attend some, to participate in certain meetings. And but then he, at the end, he present a very nice report about how he benefit from this internship. Another student, I sent her to Al Jazeera for 1 month also. She looked at Al Jazeera and what Al Jazeera is doing, the program of Al Jazeera, but concentrating on the role of media, as I told you, and in order to reflect on the program which she's, on the courses which she having within this program. I think I talked a lot. I will stop here, but I think before I will transfer to you, I will request either Professor Luay to elaborate a little more, and then Professor Abdul Fattah.
All right, thank you. Dr. Mustafa, I think you have covered a lot of ground. Assalamu alaikum. You want to have microphone? Sure.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Like this? Upside down? Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Welcome all. I see new faces and all faces. Alhamdulillah, good. So basically, I want to talk about a few things here, particularly what Dr. Mustafa was pointing to is that the whole program is about providing you with skills that you could use in outside. It's not about just something that you learn about but never experience. So that's part of our intention, is to be part of certain tracks, certain areas. For example, you might want to specialize in the area of conflict resolution and peace making, which is a very noble thing, or you'd like to be part of NGOs, Muslim NGOs, or you might want to be sort of helping as part of an NGO as well, but you would like to help in certain missions about migrations, about rights, human rights of Muslims and non-Muslims, of course. I think the beauty about Islam is that it is rahmah lil alameen, it's mercy for humanity, for mankind, for the worlds, to translate it like more literally, which is like every living, sphere must be our concern. Of course, beginning with those who are closer. You start with your circle, but you expand it. You don't start from the outside circle and end up in the inner circle. You start from the inner to the outer. That's understood. So what I would like to talk about is that this practical aspect is combined in our program with the theoretical. And those of you who have taken courses, this is very heavy. This is very heavy, sometimes very shaking. And in this particular course that I'm teaching now, there's a lot of discussion. It's sometimes very spirited, in a positive way, of course. Spirited discussions about issues, because the reason we do that, because you see, the way we see the world, we don't see it directly. We see the world through concepts and theories. Take them out, you understand nothing about what's happening around you. That's the difference between someone who has like sharp vision, understanding, and know how to plan, and where to start and when to end, and the one who is just like moving blindly, and then if you move blindly, you could like end up in a very deep hole, right? So we don't want to have that. We'd like to have you armed with certain concepts, understanding of this global order, which is part of, and it might seem like something new, but humanity has always been part of that global order. It's not a new. It's a new maybe in this latest civilization, we call it Western civilization, or modern, but still heavily Western. The modern is still heavily Western. And we would like to change it by making sure that Muslims also have a very rich heritage that benefit the humanity at large. You know, many things that you find in modern society are rooted in Islam and Islamic civilization, but for us they look like strange, and sometimes we are very hostile to them because we learn them through the other, and that's not healthy. I mean, some people, as you know, have some sensitivity toward democracy, although democracy is really grounded in the concepts of hurriya, la ikrah. See, the Quran is filled with many la ikrah. People think like there's no hurriya in the Quran. No, it's a hurriya, because la ikrah is broader than hurriya. It's just saying that you shouldn't force these things on others, but find more humane, smart way to engage people. And shura, you know, and of course, we have, this course is very important for us to understand that it is not like this idea that our history is filled of tyrannical rules. This is nonsense. There was really, in our history, an area of politics that has not been held closely accountable. But we try to find out that, you know, the majority of the interaction with the Muslim society was based on law, and based on rules, and based on institutions, and the one that they call tyrant has little area to maneuver in, because Sharia has encircled them. They can't even legislate. They have to follow legislation that was done by people who are not in government. And that was the condition of legitimacy for the ruler. Initially it was about ikhtiyar and bay'ah, but then really it became about being under the law. So Sharia has to govern. And who developed Sharia? It was civil society. It was the scholarly community, which was really a network of people. It's not like individuals like thrown here and there. I don't want to really enter into the course itself, but I'm trying just to bring to your attention the need of understanding through proper lens. Because if you don't have the right lens, I'm using this lens today because it is really based on scientific measurement of what I need. But if I will use another one, I can't say anything. Or I think distorted pictures. I can confuse you with maybe another person, right? Because the lens I'm using is not made for me, and not made by people who understand me, like complete strangers. And unfortunately, a lot of what we know today has been developed outside our own culture and societies. It has been like made by people who are completely outsiders, and they use projection to understand us. That's where we come with this idea of our rulers were tyrants, and some of us think only the Khulafa Rashidun was like just and within the field of law, which is completely not true. Okay. So we have two courses, as has been, we have two courses. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. One course is called Introduction to Islam and Global Affairs, because some of you, most of you, let me see, how many of you have a Sharia background? None. Not bad, that's fine. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes you find people who have been trained in Sharia, and then their mind has been set in a way that you cannot listen to you because they think that they know it. And who are you to tell them otherwise? Okay? But those also are welcome. I'm not trying to being prejudicial toward them. They are welcomed. But we engage those ideas. We engage them because we need to understand what is limited to people who practice Islam, what is needed to create a just society that will be inclusive of everybody, not only the faithful and the believers. So Islam is not a club of those who have faith. Islam is a revelation that was intended as a mercy to humanity. And that's how it was like fire. In one century, it was from the east to the west, from Andalusia, near France now, southern France, all the way to the western border of China. 1 century. And it was embraced. It was not like people had to put a lot of armies to force people to accept. It was embraced because it spoke to the human nature, to the people. What do people want? Want to have just rule, want to have a freedom to take initiative, so no one just dictate to them, do this and don't do this. Maybe modern Muslims now suffer from that. You have a couple of dictators whose best knowledge is about how to carry arms and how to give orders and take orders. And then they are running our societies and preventing anyone from doing anything unless it fell within their safety net, which is, or safety boundaries. So that has really brought us down as a Muslim communities, because few of us think and act, everybody else has to listen to them, while vibrant societies is made by people who take initiatives because they know their rights, they know the sphere of the law, and this law should treat people with the same standard, rulers and rule. We are getting there. Muslims will get there because, of course, to get there you need to become knowledgeable, informed, and ethical values. That's why, so one course we try to give view of social structure, social forces, and socio-political forces, which really these go over generations. If you look today, the West, maybe many of us are more familiar with it today. So in the West, you have two major movements have been pushing society one way or the other. And you say, tight network of people who share certain values and worldview. And those movements can really affect society. So it doesn't matter how many, maybe they could be like, they have two movements made of 10% of the entire society. But these, because of their ability to work together and having the same values, the same vision, they become the pushers and puller of society. So we understand where these forces come from. How come certain countries, move into a liberal tradition, others into socialist, Marxist tradition? How do these forces, So that's part of what we do there. We'd like to understand the structure of the global system today. There's a global system. And there has always been global systems. Of course, today for us, we understand, for example, we need to understand the UN structure and how it relates to different communities, etc. Okay, so that's one course. The other course is Islamic worldview, where we really try to understand foundational Islamic concepts and values as they relate to the public sphere. So we don't teach about Salah and Siyam and Hajj. This is not public sphere. This is like something important, but we don't teach it. What we teach is how to organize society, how to make sure that there are certain checks and balances within society on the local and the global level, and how that is important for developing flourishing society. Okay, thank you. So we are already in the island. Okay, so what means, you know, want me to conclude, so I'm going to conclude by saying that you have the opportunity. Of course, eventually I tell my students, you know, learning is your responsibility. Professors can bring you ideas, bring resources, bring you some insights, but you have the possibility of developing, and that's our philosophy. So my students, what they do work on projects, work on debates, work on research paper, work on engaging some of the, you know, the sound reading, and present it and have discussion about it in class, etc. So that would be our job here, to help you. So our efforts is to help you build your skills. Okay, so with this, I'm going to leave it to Dr. Abdel Fattah.
Thank you very much. Now, Dr. Abdel Fattah is going to take you to 5 minutes.
Oh, you need this one.
Yes. I think I can do without microphone. What do you think?
No, for her.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. I would like, of course, to thank Professor Mustafa for his presentation, and Professor Loay as well. I don't think we have much time because we would like to hear to get your questions about the program. The iLab, basically, the integrative lab, the idea is it's not quite usual in Islamic studies settings that students would go out of text and text reading and analysis and so on and so forth. This course will provide you an opportunity to basically find out sort of a problem, identify a problem of your own around locality or around, say, issues of humanitarian development, whatever, disability, some of these things that we encounter in our life. And then we teach you the process, how you can effect a solution, how you can design a solution for the problems that you may encounter in your basically in your life. So it's a way of teaching you based on something we call human-centered design thinking, okay, which are set of tools, you know, where you set up a logical framework. What is the problem? How can you identify the problem? And then who is the audience around this problem? What steps you can take to achieve a solution to this problem? And this is what we exactly teach in that course, basically. So it takes you a little bit out of, you know, only reading text into thinking how to solve a problem. Successes of this kind of iLab projects for some students have been quite really significant. Some of them have taken some humanitarian cases. Another one has taken the disability kind of advocacy case. A third one has taken a case of how to recycle old copies of Quran, okay? Because old copies of Quran are available in schools, in mosques, other places. What to do about them? A very interesting one is, because we have Ramadan, and in the month of Ramadan, mothers might come with kids in the masjid to pray Taraweeh, but the kids will make noise. So the idea was how to make the mosque child-friendly by having a space dedicated for the kids to get busy playing, okay, while the moms will be praying. So it's quite a practical problem, but you use the same tools of logical framework, problem identification, what are the steps, what can you do about it, who are the stakeholders, and so on and so forth. So I will just leave it at this because the other two courses are quite too much to talk about, globalization theory and the critical theories of globalization and how the Muslim communities would engage with challenges of globalization as well as benefits of globalization, okay? So if you have questions, maybe you can ask me or ask Professor Mustafa or Professor Luay, and you are most welcome to be part of IGA. Viva IGA, okay? Questions? Anyone have questions? I don't think, Ali, you have, because you are becoming, like, you know, very familiar with us. But if you have, you are most welcome. Prof.
Thank you. I think if you like, before we go to question, let us cover these two items, admission requirements. So as you can see, for admission to this program, there are certain criteria. First of all, we do not insist that you should come from an Islamic background or from an Islamic college or anything. You can be an engineer, you can be an economist, you can be graduated from Faculty of Law or whatever base you will be. That doesn't, all you need is to have a bachelor degree. But this bachelor degree should be, first of all, you have to have a strong academic record, minimum 3 GPA out of 4. This is the first thing. The second thing, either you have to be graduated from a university that teach in English language, or you have to have either a TOEFL, which is 76, or IELTS score of 6.5. So these are the three most important requirements that you have it. And then I think that's it. Am I right, Professor Lai? These are the three main criteria. Yes. English language, and then GPA, and then bachelor degree. That's it. And then the admission deadline is 13th of March 2025. The admission is open now, so please don't hesitate to ask if you have any problem. Funding, there are 3 types of funding. First one is, this is mainly for international student and highly qualified student. These are fully covered with accommodation, with fees, students, and everything. And then the second is local students, either Qatari or residents. And here, the university will give you 50% waiver. 50% waiver from the beginning. And then either you have the capability to pay the 50%, or you can, after you will be admitted, then we will try to help you in order to get another 50% from either from university itself or from outside the university. The third category is the one who can pay the 100%, the 72,000 Riyal for the 2 years. Some students are ready to pay, and these are the third categories. So you can see the total for the 2 years, 72,000 Riyal, and 50%, as I said, waiver from the university, and the rest, either you have to pay it or you should seek support from other. We will give you a letter of recommendation. This is also part of the requirement of student for admission. What is this? Academic qualification? More or less is the same, I think. Student funding, yes, I explain it. Yes, now we are in the question and answer. So, any question? I think you raised your hand. or you got it? Any question? Any question, please?
Is there other cycles for admission?
Is there?
Than the one in March? Other cycles for admission?
Other cycles of admission. I think it is annually. The admission will close at around 30.
So every year?
Every year.
One cycle?
Yeah, every
Yeah.
year. The cohort will be like, the admission is.
For this program itself is once a year. Yeah, we will start end of August. This is going to be the starting date. And then we continue, as I told you, 4 semesters with holidays between the two. So is everything clear? I think from the presentation, you find the link, if you got it, the email, and you can take the phone number of Dr. Abdul Fattah or Professor Lai. Myself is 33306350. So you can ask any question. In fact, you can come to your colleagues who are now, whom they are now part of the, like.
Come to the other slide, Professor, because they may need to.
This one?
No, there is another slide. The one before. Before, the one that has the requirements, it has an email and everything that they can, yeah, this one.
This one.
This is the online.
Online application.
Yeah, you can
Please take it.
take a photo if you want.
Is that okay?
And you know the requirements.
Now we have a slide here said that some stories from students who are now participating in the program. I think we'll give 2 minutes to Abu Bakr, for example, is an international student. Abu Bakr, can you just, yeah. You can give, you have 2 minutes, 1 minute to speak, 1 minute if there are any questions to answer it.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Abu Bakr Salisu, but I feel like I should add some emphasis in my name because before I came here I was more like Abu Bakr without R at the end. But now I'm very, very proud that I'm here. Why am I adding the emphasis is because I am a different person now. I used to be Abu Bakr without R, as I said. I have to repeat this, but now I am Abu Bakr completely, alhamdulillah. Because my dear friends, soon to join us, inshallah, I feel like this course, Islam and Global Affairs, is more about identity. I feel like as a Muslim, every Muslim, regardless of your background, you should be able to acquire even a certificate in this course, Islam and Global Affairs, because you will get to know the place of Islam in the contemporary world. Because when you study Islam and Global Affairs, you will become more of a collective of different people. You can be a lawyer by understanding. You can be an international person, you can be a diplomat, you can be many things. I didn't know this until I joined. So alhamdulillah, this is a blessing. And I believe when you join, that is when you will truly realize that yes, this course is more of a necessary, is more of an identity, because we get to understand the contemporary world from a different perspective, as the professor was saying. But now you are going to understand the Islam. You're going to understand the world based on the great history that we have, based in from Quran and Sunnah and their Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is what I have to say. You're very welcome.
Thank you very much, Abu Bakr. So Abu Bakr is an international student. As you can see, he is fully supported by the university. And I want to give you 2 minutes for another student who is a local student. Muzammil, yes. Muzammil is a PhD holder, by the way, but now he is in his second year of master student. He is an engineer, but he chose also to know.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes, Zammil. Actually, I joined this program and I enjoy. As Dr. Luay said, we are discussing too much things, if you have background in Sharia or not. But there is many things that actually you can learn from the first year. Actually, for myself, I learned more from Dr. Abdul Fattah and Islam inequalities. Actually, there is many things that maybe you can see that, but you cannot categorize or you cannot feel that until they put it in the like 1, 2, 3. Then you can categorize. Then you will know that. And last semester and this semester we have many discussion with Dr. Lais in the class, and also from Dr. Mustafa. Actually, Dr. Mustafa, with his experience, he was a prime minister, foreign affairs in Sudan. Actually, his course have like practical and some theoretical. When he talk about theoretical, we are not getting that too much interest. Maybe we get some sleep. But when he come to real cases, actually, all the class attend to that one. And I think most of you, you have 2 students here, really participate in that one. And they ask in many detail, and he already was part of many of agreement or whatever. Actually, I learned many from what he did, and inshallah, in the future also, I have many plans that we'll see later, inshallah. And I think that's the part I want to participate. And yes, that's it for myself. Okay.
Okay, finally, we will listen to a student who being graduated from the master degree, and now he is about to join HBKU. 2 minutes.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. First of all, I want to say Alhamdulillah, because I joined HBKU as a kind prof, lectures and everything. Somebody's asked me before they come to the session, what about examination system here, the HBKU? I informed him, don't worry, you can join the HBKU, you will get, inshallah, the more information and more knowledgeable. Because when I joined in the first semester, and my background is Islamic study and Hafizul Quran, no idea about theological and ideological subject. But I want to say to Dr. Lois, sir, especially, I read more subjects, theological and ideological subject. After that, I got more information about the theological subject and Islamic faith-based and government information. Just 1 minute for me. I went to the Sri Lankan embassy and Malaysian embassy, and another one is Poland embassy. I spoke with the diplomacy subject. Before I don't know idea about, before I joined the HBK, I don't know about idea about the diplomacy and international relationship. The officer asked to me join this program because the international relation and diplomacy in the Islamic view. Maybe inshallah, I will arrange with my kind professor, inshallah. That's it, inshallah. And I'm very happy to mashallah, this is program.
Thank you very much. Now, if you have no question, I will release you to join, inshallah, Isha prayer. And Jazakumullahu khair. So please don't hesitate at any time. Either you directly deal with us through online, you can come and knock the door. You will get me, Dr. Abdul Fattah, Professor Luay, ask. You will get us in the mosque, you will get us in office, you will get us in class. So we are here for you all the day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.